Well, we're both going into this game 0-2, so somebody's going out with a win. At least there's that, right? At least there's that. Somebody's going out with a win.
Somebody.
Somebody's going home happy.
We'll see, though. We'll see. What do we got here? These are pretty similar lineups, actually. Though your team is bringing the newly buffed Vermont.
Yeah, they brought Vermont in. They brought Vermont in the first game and got some good work out of it, but they still weren't quite able to convert the win. So we'll see how it goes here in Game 3. What have your guys packing here in the North Spawn? What do you guys got?
Looks like we've got a few of the faster ships. Actually, they brought Borgo as their battleship, so that's always interesting. Actually, this is the first time that I've ever done a spectator view, so I'm a little bit disoriented. Not gonna lie.
Really? You've never done spectator before?
I've always been playing in these tournaments, so I've never done this before.
Welcome to the caster desk. It's very different.
Welcome to the caster desk. It is. It's actually different. Spawning in the middle, I was very confused. What? But yeah, it looks like my team brought a little bit on the faster side. Looks like they're gonna be sending a smoke play up north and maybe a push flank down south. I'm going to be curious where they send the Bourgogne, if he's going to maybe flow middle or something like that.
For the moment, he's just popped his speed boost. Looks like he's going to C, so we'll keep an eye on him in a minute. From the south end, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you've been noticing. This is like the first game that I've been actually in on because I missed the first few. But it seems like heavy pushing on one side has been kind of what I've been seeing on a lot of the games so far. Have you been noticing something like that too, or has it been like more control strats in this tournament?
So my team has played mostly a control strat both games. The game against Angel's team, which was our game 1, they went with almost a European style, like everybody line up and then everybody push at once. So like by about the 10-minute mark, they controlled all the caps. And it was like great.
That might be how it works, right?
And so
you just shove them off.
It became a kill race, and we did manage to pick up a couple of ships along the way, but weren't able to get back onto caps before we lost some ships ourselves. So it was a close game. It was like 1,000 to 900 something, right? It was a really good game. The game against Stats, they basically ended up pushing the weak flank, while our heavy flank with all the radar and everything wasn't able to control the cap nearly as much as they would have liked. But you're definitely seeing a push flank here. My guys are going to have to react. I'm going to do a quick look at the lineup on my team real fast. Vermont, Salem, Nevsky, Petro. So we got a bunch of radar. Gearing, Kleber, and Marceau. But the Marceau and the Petro are all by themselves at B, staring down 5 ships they don't know about yet. That could go really badly.
I mean, this is a very interesting play here. You guys have the Vermont mid, which is a great choice for Vermont, but we're seeing here that it's kind of like a clock almost. We got you guys rotating around up to the north. We got our flank rotating down to the south. So I suspect there's going to be a little bit of clashing kind of in the middle here eventually. It's going to be interesting how it plays out.
To me, if you're going to take a Vermont in this format, you basically have to play it mid. Like
you have to, exactly.
That's the goal, right? But when you do that, yeah, because you've got plenty of range and you've got plenty of guns, but I don't know. I'm just I wish they're playing so conservatively at A, and I'm just looking at the map going, oh, don't they realize what's about to happen?
I mean, so this is interesting. There's both of these teams have the smoke play here. We got actually some torpedoes coming in here at Cherie, which is gonna. I'm not sure if they're maybe.
He's got his hydro up. He should be fine. His hydro's on. He should be fine.
Not sure.
No, really? He can see them coming and still takes them. Ouch.
Yeah,
that hurts.
Unlucky. But
all right.
Yeah, so these smoke plays here, oftentimes it deters destroyers from contesting A early. You'll be really passive because you can't tell actually how many ships are behind the smoke. And even though there's only 2 here, I don't think they actually know that there's only 2 ships here, so they might be being passive because of that.
Well, the southern push is definitely in full force here. Pagan flipping out, trying to retreat here as SAT Score trying to pitch in there with what he can with his main battery. The Vermont already rotating that back direction. That's CPR.
Mosfa by the Vermont there.
Yep, got his guns looking that way and got some good damage into Charlie Swede. As I'm wondering when the guys up north are going to realize they can easily push this cap and just make it happen.
I suspect that they're rotating their destroyers towards A right now. Their gearing looks like he's coming back down. Kleber is maybe rotating all the way down to B. oftentimes with the Clever, you want to get him over top of like the B2 rock and kind of push onto the A line so that you can start getting spotting behind that smoke wall and stuff like that.
Right.
It looks like you guys are rotating back to maybe take A and then come back down to B, which isn't a bad choice. The Clever has a lot of DPM. If you can get that down there to help take out Moskva and Napoli and stuff like that, it wouldn't be a bad choice.
Some solid, oh, good, solid damage there on Charlie. I think Pagan's Petro got some AP into him right there.
Looks like he's over-angling himself a little bit.
Yeah, I think he is.
Here, actually.
I think the Petro's gonna. Yeah, Pagan's reloading again. I know she's drooling, waiting for this salvo.
It looks like Vermont also has a line on him, so this Moskva, Charlie, he can't go forward if he.
Oh, 284 HP, a single fire, a single shell in the wrong play. There he goes.
There we go.
SAT score bags it. First blood as the push continues. Finally, they're grabbing A now. Pagan doing a great job of retreating, but doing damage on the way.
Looks like Napoli's going to step on B here. This is a really annoying spot in clan battles, especially.
Yes.
Right here on the B cap, and there's a similar island on C cap where you can kind of just sit a destroyer, a cruiser in there. It's really hard to dig them off when they're on there. So it looks like Vermont might actually have to step back onto cap if you want to retake B. So we'll see here, because Clever I suspect is going to rotate back to the home cap. I think that's what their play is here. Rotate the Clever back.
Pagan's Petro
take home cap.
Could be. Pagan's Petro finally does manage to go dark there, putting the radar up. Nothing doing, really. They can see Geo and they can see Dyer. As CPR's Vermont is actually going to step onto B. Bold, but I love it.
I think it works. Vermont is just a huge HP block, and the fast heals, fast damage con, it's going to be impossible for just... a single ship to take it out. Is going to need heavy focus fire. So I think that's the right play, actually.
We'll see what happens. I'm almost wondering if CPR's got HE in the barrels to try and help knock out one. No, he's got AP in the barrel, going for the Grozavoy here. Shell's going down at Harvard. Doesn't really land anything.
It looks like Kleber's about to step back onto C.
Yep.
I think that's a free cap for them.
Yeah, I don't think...
Now we're in a little bit of... well, I think that your team is in a really good position right here. You guys pulled the A and C cap. You're up a ship. Petro got away. I think that trading that Moskva for the Petro there without converting a kill there is really unlucky for...
Unfortunately, our Vermont is about to take a face full of Napoli torpedoes. He can't even... Okay, you can see the Napoli now, but his guns aren't going to turn in time. CPR is going to take all of these torpedoes. Yeah. And basically, Mongoloid's going to kill our battleship for free, more or less. Oh, he lives! The torpedoes aren't enough. He's very low. How long till the heal?
Has to be very careful here. If the Napoli over angles, he can get one shot by even 2 turrets on Vermont.
25 seconds, 15 seconds to a heal here. The Burgonia's trying to come around and get in on this action. Needs his stern turrets. They're available. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger! Oh, good hits, but not enough for the kill.
I suspect Napoli is going to be in a little bit of trouble here. He's now in front of Nevsky and Petropavlovsky.
Well, and the Petro AP coming in. Oh, I was expecting more. That's a shame.
Napoli has that a little bit of a trollish armor scheme.
She does.
I suspect he's going to take a Citadel here, surely. Still no Citadel. I still think Napoli's going to go down eventually. There's no way that he
I think the Nevsky, between the Nevsky AP and or HE, I think they're in a good position here.
Right now, my team is, if we want to have a chance, they're going to have to recontest C. So Nevsky's going to have to go back into the cap. Kaba, potentially. I don't know if he knows where this Clever is or not. I don't
A little bit of HE on this Napoli will seal the deal. Under 700 hit points now. Now, the Napoli shot right there. I feel like that might have been a bit of a mistake. He might have had an opportunity to go dark,
he
but...
might have actually been able to go dark there, but he might have thought that he's just dead to the Marceau spam, potentially. and just gave up on that. Looks like Kleber is lit here.
Yep,
So it's
Kleber.
Kaba on Kleber. We've got Nevsky as well chiming in. So this is going to be a race to which DD can go down first. If it's Kleber or Dyer.
And
Russian
Silver
versus Friend.
Silver using the AP on the Haba there, knowing that the HE would likely shatter. I like that play. But at the moment,
good play, but if Dyer angles in, it's a little bit of a risk, right?
Yeah, that's what he did. And now the Kleber's pinned up against the map edge here.
It's like Salem and Gearing are starting to make their move forward now. They're seeing that Kleber's in a little bit of trouble and they need to put on some pressure. If Nevsky steps back onto C though here, let's see what if Kleber can get away or not.
I don't think he
Kleber
can.
Gets away, he could potentially keep resets.
Nah, I don't see that. I don't think there's
run him down.
Yeah, there's no way. Dyer can easily run him down. There's no way he gets away from that. But Cherie gets the kill.
Now we've got Geo is probably the next focus actually here in the Bourgogne because he's under fire by 3 ships. Grozovoy can't really help him all that much.
No.
I would actually, if I was calling this game, I'd probably call the Grozovoy to come and smoke the Bourgogne away actually. Because you don't want to lose another ship here. You have the 2 caps here. You can't really afford to lose your only hold ship, your only pressure ship over here at B. So you'd probably want to try and get this Bourgogne to safety.
Geo seems to agree with you. He's slowed to a stop. I'm betting he's going to quit firing and try and retreat as best he can. There is Grozovoy smoke coming towards him, but I think the smoke is going to expire before it gets to him. We'll have to see. He's got his speed boost on. He's trying to drag as much of that smoke across his teammate as he can. Nope, smoke is out. So maybe a bit of a misplay there with the Grozovoy. I think you're right. I think it was the right call.
Was a little early.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he held his smoke till right now and then just dropped it over the Bourgogne, I think that would have been the right play. Looks like SAT is running for the B cap. That's definitely the right play here. You guys are up on points. So as long as SAT can get into the B cap, he doesn't even need to take it. He can just step on the cap, and that would be really huge for you.
He's at a huge health advantage to this Grozovoy, and the Groz now knows he's there. That's going to force SAT back.
He's spotted.
Yep. There's the Bourgogne shells wiping him
Unlucky.
out. That was what we didn't need to happen.
I think Borg actually might be able to go dark here. I'm not sure what his concealment is from the Petro and the Nevsky here.
He did fire, but now he's basically just running for the smoke, taking a salvo at Pagan's Petro.
And so now we have up here in the north, we've got Gearing and Kaba trying to take a fight with this Salem here in the smoke. It looks like they're just trying to prevent them from stepping onto C here. As much as I hate to say it, but this Salem, if I was in his shoes, it really sucks, but you're going to just need to walk onto C because it's your only chance to delay points. I don't think Nevsky and Petro can get back to B in time.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think this is probably where the game is going to either be won or lost, as Shockwave is now spotted in there as his Gearing. I can't imagine a world where he lives as the torpedoes coming in. He goes down.
Oh my goodness!
There's no hydro up for Classic. He's about to take all of these torpedoes, and that should put him out as well. Yeah,
that might be it. Actually,
that should be the game at that point. And there it is. Seconds remain. Nevsky and Petro unable to get back. This is what I was afraid of, right? So far today, what we've seen out of my team is that they bend and they bend and they bend, but by the time they're able to really start making impactful plays, they've given up either too much health or there's too many points on the board for the enemy team. And
I think that you guys made a really good play at the start down in the south. You guys got the pick on the Mosfa.
The
only issue was up in the north. You guys took too long to make that play. You got to recognize, there's 5 ships down there, right? We got to make a move. We got to push through, right?
Yeah.
And I think that you are a little bit, your team was a little bit too safe up there in the A cap once they took it.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I liked the Kleber push through the mid to go back cap C. That was absolutely the right
play.
That was the right play. It was brilliant. But I think maybe what they should have done is pulled the leash in a little bit and yanked him back towards mid rather than leave him out there all by himself.
Absolutely, I think that island that we were talking about, that one that you can just kind of sit in on that south edge of the cap, right? You just sit in there, you cap it from there, and then you exit right directly to mid. You can go help farm the Bourgogne, go help your Marceau, right? There's
Yeah.
lots of things that you can do with that Kleber. Going out wide out into the open ocean on your own is always a little bit of a risky play, especially when there's 12 km radars and unspotted Khabarovsks.
Right, who are either just as fast, if not faster than you.
Yes, yes. Clever's fast, but maybe not fast enough.
No, I mean, she is quick, and it's like we always say, right? If the thing had a heel, it'd be even more busted than it already is. But it is refreshing to me to see Khabarovsk used in this format. There's a part of me that still feels like Delny is better, but now that I've spent a little bit of time playing Haba that years ago I never invested, I've kind of developed a little appreciation for the ship that I didn't have previously.
Yeah. I mean, the 50mm plate for the armor, while it is vulnerable to AP, it is brutal when you're facing other destroyers because you're just crunching so much of their high explosive, especially if you angle at like 45 degrees or so, and it can make Kabas sustain almost better than Clever, especially with the heal, because when you look at that fight, Clever versus Khabarovsk, the Clever, it gets that initial burst fire, right? But once it's used as burst fire, it really doesn't have that much sustained DPM against the Khabarovsk. And not to mention, there was also the Nevsky chiming in there. But,
right, it was a 2v1 engagement. In a 1v1 engagement, you can probably play that.
It's much closer.
You can absolutely play that to where it's either closer, or if you're clever or cunning enough, you might be able to work it to your advantage. But in a 2v1, your ability to dodge incoming fire and everything is just much more difficult. You're getting pinned from two different directions, and you've got nowhere to run.